Going to France. All right. It's going to be a quick one. Circuit Paul Ricard. Heading to the French Grand Prix. And it seems like we have a sporting regulation vote change. Let's see. Topomorphosis. There's a bonus point for introducing pole position. Wait. Topomorphosis an exciting and qualified. Please see the full breakdown. Changes to scoring. This is like this is like horrific, right? This seems terrible. Is this the full scoring change? It looks like the full scoring change. No pole position bonus point, no fastest lap bonus point, no double points last race, and the revert back to the old point style. This sounds horrific. It just mentions the no, definitely not. Get out of my face, please. I think we're gonna go ahead and do our well, we technically there's a bunch of minor technical changes for next season. I'll do a rear wing one, and I'm gonna hopefully do like one of everything. I guess we'll just do balance since like everything is changing. 36 days, not even that bad. Go ahead, get that research for next year going. We'll get one done now. Regulation vote. Horrific. Who wants this? Who wants this? Nobody wants this. This is horrific. We will be protesting. They're trying to nerf Haas. This is horrific. Oh, our suspension design is done. Oh, apparently we do have new components. I don't know if they're going to be ready. I don't think they're going to be, they're not going to be ready. Hungry next. It takes so long. I have $17 million. Bro, any team voting for that is just like on my shit list. Do I want to emergency manufacture a couple of these things? Let's do it. Why not? We got money to burn. 2 emergency for suspension. Throw them on, and then we will regular. I'm not avoiding nothing. Our money is legitimate. We are legitimate business. ATR time. When does the new ATR period begin? Could do just like a small thing and work on like engine cooling or something with just like a main focus on engine cooling. Trust them. Yeah, dude, they got it. We're fine. We're fine. New baby improvements. We got to keep the baby improvements coming. French Grand Prix prep. Q3 easy. 1 into Q3 done deal. We cannot promise. I'm not going to promise fastest lap because I'm not going to commit to going for it. But nonetheless, oh, Mick has a dev point. We'll throw that in his reactions. Mick is an 80 overall driver. Things you love to see. It is rough sometimes when it comes to Mick. But nonetheless, La Castellet. All right, Pierre. Let's see it. Let's see some purple sectors. Purple sector 1. Purple sector 2. Purple sector 3. He goes faster than Sainz by 4.5 tenths. Banging him out. Mick goes green all the way through, obviously. Mick goes 4th fastest, faster than Sainz as well. There they all go, the fools, wasting more and more soft tires. Oh, we don't even, oh, Mick moves 1. Mick moves 1 spot. Easy. Easy. Yeah, I would be worried too. All right, we'll hop on board here with Mick. Starting his final lap here of Q2. We probably could have gambled a little bit, but at the same time, we're not trying to take any unnecessary risks when it comes to making it through to Q3. We're gonna have some absolute flyers in here. I think we will be doing pretty a-okay. Checkered flag comes in. No purple sectors yet for Pierre, but I know it's coming. He has that pace in him. There it is. There's that purple. I guaranteed it. We're flying. Let's go, Pierre. Top the board. Top the board. Q2. There is flying. Russell absolutely zooming. Here we go. Making our way through. Mick up to the line. Passes Leclerc and Pierre. 3.9 hundredths. So we will hop on board with Pierre here as we make our way around. Might protest later. I mean, you can try. Let's go, Pierre. All we need is a one absolutely banged in lap, and we are flying. Let's go. The beautiful backdrop, the mountains in France. Mick goes green first sector. Let us see it. Pierre goes green first sector. That's fine. The first sector is not where we're making our bag. This is it. Sectors 2 and 3 are where we are flying. Making our way through. Bang, another green sector. No pole position, all green sectors. That's why we're so consistent. We're absolutely zooming out here. Mick already guaranteed a minimum P6. Coming around. Final couple of corners. Zooming down the main straight. Who's it gonna be? Mick. P4. Pierre. Oh, 1/10. 1/10 off of Verstappen, but it is a front row start for Haas, as well as a second row start for Mick. We put them on the same strat, just like just do that, and then we'll just have to play it by ear. I don't want to start in either of them on the hards. Here's my problem. So unless we're gonna like do a soft to hard stint, which I do not want to do, I think we do this. We'll extend mix by 1 lap, and then we'll move and adjust things. We'll react to things on the fly. But I don't want either of them starting on hards. We just can't have that. Actually, you're gonna go on deploy, Pierre, because you are on the front row. Here we go. Fuel. The big brain on this guy. 1 lap. 1 lap extra. The big old brain on this guy. Here we go. Massive day incoming for Haas. Maximum pressure on the rest of the field, as we're going to be absolutely flying. The real question, which I didn't notice, I didn't think to look, is where is Kevin? Because Kevin took us out in Spain, and I feel like he's just out for some petty revenge. So we need to keep Kevin as far away as possible. I did not check. We need Mick to get a banging start, and so we can just be zooming out of here right quick.
It's time for the French Grand Prix.
Mediums, hards for Mercedes, looks like. Hard to tell.
And it's
Lights out.
And away we go.
That is hards. That is a hards for Mercedes. Pierre immediately drops the spot. Love to see it.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Immediately drop a spot to a hard runner. Banging. Russell, the only hard runner here in the top, what was that? Top. I guess Leclerc is also on. Oh, we're flying. All right, let's disappear.
Haas with an overtake.
Pierre flying. Pick up into P3. Love to see it.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Oh, go on, the lad. I'm gonna leave Mick on here, see if we can distract Verstappen just enough. Yellow flag, sector 1. Who did it?
Oh, there's a spin.
Oh, Kevin! Oh, how the turns tables! Oh, the comeuppance! The comeuppance. Karma always comes back in the end. Washed. Russell almost having a nightmare scenario. In the bin.
DRS enabled.
All right, Pierre is able to just fly away. Mick is going to have a heck of a time here trying to defend from Verstappen here. But that's a 1-2 currently for Haas. I don't know how big that is on your side, but it is the Haas car. True. You know, if you really get up and close and look at it, you can tell. But it is one of those things where it's like, is it? I think so. I assume so. I mean, even if it wasn't, I'm gonna say it is. Oh, look at the big britches on Mick Schumacher here, defending from the reigning IRL double world champion Pierre, 2 seconds up the road because of Mick's absolute pace. Verstappen going for it. Off the inside. Mick comes back. And we'll likely just settle in behind here. But Mick should get dragged along pretty nicely here. It's crazy. Did you see all of his comments about potentially like retiring from F1 early and doing like other categories and stuff? Who went wide?
I think we've had a car
Sonoda running wide. Attaboy, Mick. I think it would be crazy to see him win like 1 or 2 more championships and then just decide to retire to go to other racing categories. I think that would be absolutely wild. I don't think the world of motorsport would be ready to see him retire. 2028, he'll see where he's at and his feeling in sport. That probably sounds about right. Because what, in 2028 he'll be like close to math. What, he'll be like close to 30-ish? That's when his contract ends. That's actually probably fair. That'll probably be the moment, if any. So that would make sense. I feel like, I think if he wins like 1 or 2 more, I think he'll be pretty satisfied and not continuing in F1 and going to do other categories. He's 25 right now. Okay, so yeah, he'll be like 30, 31. So that would make sense. Honestly, if he wins like 1 or 2 more, math, 2022, contract ends in 2028, that's 6 years, so he'd be 31. So if he wins 1 or 2 more world championships, I think he'll probably retire from F1 and go and do other categories personally. Because just the way he's already talking after winning 2, if he wins, even if it's just 1 more, I think he might be satisfied. Crazy enough. It's 4 a.m. your season. I mean, yeah, that's a totally viable excuse. I'm not even gonna troll you on that one. It's 100% A-okay. Yeah, once Red Bull has a down year, that's when he'll probably really start to think about not doing that anymore. Zoom in. You reckon he'll get another one and use his exit clause? That might make sense. Ooh, let's go, Mick, around the outside. Oh, it's flat. Side by side. Oh, look at Mick. Mick is doing absolutely beautifully here just to distract Max Verstappen for however long it takes. This is the first sector here is where we lose all our time. You can't see Red Bull holding consistency, and you also feel like Alpine is going to be a big team soon. I could see it. I think I think Mercedes and Ferrari, if they can kind of get their stuff together a little bit more and just kind of like not let Red Bull run away with it, I think eventually you're going to run into a situation in which Red Bull will slip up and kind of, ooh, Mick, that was a bad back out. Damn, our car is terrible on tires apparently. Red Bull engine power, that's goated, and why it's dusting you in sector 1. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. 100% do not doubt it. And as well as it's enough without deploying or anything of why we can't get ahead on the long straight either. But at the same time, it's also, that's the moment where we occupy Max's attention enough where we'll make a decision at the end of this season. I think we'll probably switch over to the Red Bull engine.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Joe running wide. Oh, around the outside into turn 1. Oh my god, what a god. Mick absolutely dusting Verstappen. Washed. There's a new sheriff in town, Max.
Is that?
Oh, look at the lad keeping him behind. Don't forget to Oh yeah, I was looking. We built up a good enough buffer with Pierre where we can start to save up that little bit of buffer. I'm gonna keep Mick on push just because I feel like that's gonna be the one thing to kind of keep him in this battle with Max for P2. It'll also help us continue pushing away from this gap that's building here in, you know, P4 and below. Our car eats tires. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was not our finest hour. I can definitely admit to that. It was definitely not our finest hour. We do regret our actions at Silverstone 150%. I have accepted blame for what happened and not realizing Mick had zero fuel. We are aware. Streamer is aware. Let's see what lap times we're running here. Yeah, running a 136.5. Mick running a 136.4, and Max running 136.5. So we're lapping about the same, which is good.
Red Bull gained the
I'm afraid to take Mick off of push on fuel because I feel like he's just going to lose out in the end. Oh, we're flying! We're zooming, dude. We're zooming. We might potentially move Mick down to standard fuel just to see what happens. Let's see if we can stick with Verstappen. If not, we will quickly do what it takes to get back into that battle. We can save that fuel delta on both. That would be beautiful. Streamer going to apologize for apparently me jinxing. You did. I will hear nothing against this, British. I will hear nothing against it. There's one of us here who typed in my chat that Pierre was doing super good and was goated and make zero mistakes, easy dubs, and then within 30 seconds in real life, within 30 seconds, runs wide and loses like 3 seconds or whatever it was. Yeah, I need to stop typing in my chat. Yep, that's definitely what that means. 100% that's what that means. We will not forget this transgression against us. Mad, cause bad. Hey, Pierre won the race. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Pierre won the race. Easy dubs. Yeah, Sean, we're looking pretty good right now. Mick is going, you know, very Silverstone IRL with Max right now in a battle for P2. Going back and forth. We are getting there, that's for sure. Yeah, we actually could, so at this rate. All right, this is the first real test because he's not on push fuel. Let's see what kind of pace DRS will get us around here. Especially through this first sector is where I'm kind of most worried. But they did also adjust the slipstream physics, did they not? So realistically, Mick should be able to do a pretty good. Getting DRS down here will be good, but I don't think he's gonna. We don't have the space anymore to really attack down the back stretch. So we might just be chasing here, but if we can still just hold on, I think we'll be doing a-okay. We are coming up to, well, I say that. I guess it is only lap 15. All right, we still got a little bit of time. So we won't be able to, Mick won't be able to attack, but DRS should do enough to keep him, you know, in the battle enough. Clean air, dirty air, engine cooling, brake cooling, and DRS delta, yeah. Honestly, our dirty air cornering is actually really good. And so, honestly, this is kind of also playing into our strengths, if you can believe it. We are losing a little bit of time to Pierre. Or Pierre's losing a little bit of time, just because Verstappen is much faster than Mick. Can't believe it's not Butter. Buddy. Keep going. Butter. There. Oh, I see what you're saying now. I was about to ask what Buddy was, but, you know. You know, typing is hard. We've all been there. Oh, the switchback. Oh, the switchback. He went for it. The legend. Man, it's amazing the difference between being on push fuel and not push fuel. Look at the pace. It's 4 a.m. It's dark and you can't find your glasses. I mean, that's fair. Come on, Mick. Get alongside. Take the corner. Yup. Yes, sir. Oh, we're still side by side. Oh, what a legend. Actually, no. Actually, no. Conserve, conserve, conserve. We want DRS here.
Red Bull gained a place.
Beautiful. Mick actually is goated AF right now. And either our drivers are not very good with saving tires or our car is not very good at saving tires. Whichever one it is seems to be the case here. We are doing beautifully right now. We have about a 5-second buffer to either side. That's things you definitely love to see here. Man, what is going on with Ferrari right now? Because Ferrari running P7, P10, and that's kind of where they've been recently. And I'm sure they're not loving life right now. The air pit window has been entered. Mick around the outside, turn 1. Sheesh. Back to the inside. Dive bomb down the chicane. Oh! Kind of slow. Gonna get DRS. We're chilling. Absolutely vibing. Scuderia slow Rari, am I right? True. Not still working for them? Absolutely. You can't quit. You're a chief strategist. You can't quit. We lose our chief strategist and that's it. Oh, Mick. All right, chill, chill, chill. Mick is absolutely being goated teammate right now because he is distracting Max Verstappen like an absolute champ. Box them both a lap early? You think so? So you're saying like pit Pierre on the next lap?
It's a new race position for Haas.
That what I'm hearing? This coming lap. Alright. You're the strategist. Oh, you meant like right now. I mean, a lap early is, well, normally it, to be fair, we normally box them when they hit this lap going to this lap, but now we're boxing them on this lap going to this lap. So it is a lap early, technically. So really, we're not wrong. Yeah, that's this lap. That's this coming lap. We're all good. We're chilling. All right, we're gonna hop on board with Pierre because he's gonna be boxing first. That's the fastest lap, Mick Schumacher. Absolutely banging him out. Chatting shit about my strategy calls you don't want to hear it. I mean, I was doing what you said, and then you were yelling at me for doing what you said. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't want to hear none of it. And we'll go ahead and we'll stay on board with, oh, looks like a bunch of people coming in. We're geniuses. Mick, let's see, Mick got a podium in season 1. He got a podium in season 1, like out of nowhere, kind of dealios. It was crazy. He got a podium in Suzuka. Yeah, he got like a really crazy podium, like right at the end of the season to like save his job. We were really debating on getting rid of him, but then he like rattled off like a podium and like another top 5 finish. Was it wet? It might have been wet. I don't know. It's actually been a very long time since I thought about that race, but I remember it was different. And so, oh, did Max successfully overcut us here? No. Okay, good. Okay, good. And he's coming out in traffic. Absolutely beautiful. Still in that P1. And Verstappen has a bunch of traffic. Things you love to see. Let me see. I want to see if I can get into DRS of Zhou here and kind of get pulled along by the Alpha if we can. Beautiful. Mick, where you at? Mick is just chilling out in a train behind Verstappen, his buddy. You don't do silly calls, just big brain strategy. Yellow flag? Who was it? Who did it?
We've just had a spin.
Perez!
Let's have a look.
Spinning!
So let's look at this.
Absolute
This
nightmare
Sergio Perez.
scenario for the Red Bull. Uh-oh.
That spin is undoubtedly going to cost them time.
Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say that's going to cost them some time.
The team had such high hopes.
Perez started on... Oh, he just changed tires too. That's an L. Big L's all around for that lad. Alright, Pierre, we need to disappear here. Beautiful. Oh, Mick's flying!
Haas with an overtake there.
The absolute chat. You have an even bigger gap, Max, now, so yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, no, 100%. That's an absolutely humongous gap. Well, it helps that Max and, well, unfortunately, and Mick got caught in this traffic here between, you know, P6 and P10. And so, honestly, we really have, like, Albon to thank for this. And hopefully Zhou puts up a bit of a good fight. Oh, go on the lad. Oh, I saw it coming from a mile away. Oh, we're absolutely zooming.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
You think always boxing the level 4 optimal is the strongest? I can see it. I mean, if it always works out like this, I mean, I'm never gonna complain, not gonna lie. Oh, Max is fuming. Oh, you know he's absolutely fuming. We're zooming. Oh, right at the last second. Definition of the last of the late breakers there.
Red Bull moved up.
We're running a second, almost a second and a half a lap faster than Sainz right now, by the way. .3 a lap, which means we're gonna be on them in like no time. Who did it?
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Lock on.
Let's take a
Spinning.
look at the replay. Now have a watch of this.
English?
Looks like
Barely. Very rarely even. Oh, right on the exit of,
That's where they spin
of the
out.
last turn. That's horrific.
The team are devastated.
And I dribbled water all over myself. I'm an adult. Oh, we're zooming. Sheesh. Here's putting chunks into the fray right now. Esteban Ockoff. Spinala at his home track. True. That's what you do with your Alpine in league races. No, you're just warming the rear tires, right? That's all it is. You're just warming the rear tires. Saying Ocon is overrated. I mean, I think he's a solid choice, but he's definitely not like a must get for like any saves or anything. All right, we're gonna leave Mick alone. I think we're gonna push and try and catch up into the Ferrari as soon as we can here. Beautiful. Ocon's good driver, but not championship material. That's probably a good way to put it. That's probably a pretty good way to put it. Good driver, just not championship level. That's probably pretty good. Gasly as well. I think I agree with that as well. Although, Pierre is winning a championship, for Haas. So realistically, I think we're doing actually pretty okay. I could see. Here's the thing. I think Pierre just needed. I'm interested to see what Pierre does IRL after getting out of the Red Bull family. I really am excited to see what he can do, not having that hanging over his head anymore. So it'll be interesting to see. I would love to see him perform well in the Alpine. The hell? Oh, we've caught up to Joe. Let's go. Cassie's like 50-50 in terms of being championship material. That's fair. It's not Ocon with this, not with his sportsmanship. That's probably pretty true. His quotes after the season ended about the workload being split between him and Fernando is like, oh, those are like literally fighting words almost, like a crazy amount of fighting words.
With an overtake.
He was great one season, he struggled next. True. Mick overtaking Joe, things he needed to see. Leclerc finally pits, gives us DRS down the main straight. We love to see that. Take it back up into P5, a net P. What is that? A net P3 right now. Still fighting with Verstappen. You can see Norris being a champion in a right car. I would agree with that. I'm interested to see what he could do in a really good car. I think his future is probably Mercedes shaped, if I had to guess. Norris' next big thing for Max. I would believe that. I think you give Lando the right car and the right team. I think he could do pretty well. I think he'll probably end up in something Mercedes shaped and colored by the time his career is over, if I had to guess. Sainz finally pits, probably a good call. Ooh, Mick pushing the man to the absolute limit. Oh, the old switcheroo. Oh, maybe they don't have two friends driving for them again. Yeah. Currently, this gen of F1, Leclerc, Russell, Norris are the ones who had potential to win. I would probably agree with that, if I'm being honest. All right, let's hop on board with Pierre here and make sure that we get by Russell George here as soon as possible. Unless Russell George is going to be coming in, which he is. I think he gives us DRS again, which is nice. All right, Pierre Gasly back in the lead of the French Grand Prix. Max is technically also their generation. He just got into F1 way sooner, so that is very, very true. Yeah, that's the craziest thing to think about, by the way, is the fact that Max and Lando and George are like all the same age. It's just that Max just got in so much sooner, which is crazy to think about. Alonso still can, but you don't see it because he's not in the race winning card. Yeah, I think Alonso is not in the best position, unless I think we can all agree that he would be the absolute undeniable GOAT of F1 if he manages to pull that Aston Martin into a semi-legitimate form. If he manages to do that, that would be probably one of the most impressive things done in F1. Max at 17, driving 200 miles per hour car, bossing it. Me at 17, cruising around in a 1200C Polo. True. See, when I was 17, I had my 2008 Mustang. Love it. Miss that car. Miss that car so much. I mean, I have a new one, but I still miss my old car. You can't say Alonso can get numbers of podiums, still possibly win a few races. Yeah, I think so. He definitely has the skill to win some races. Oh yeah, he's still definitely performing well enough. You got an 01 Polo with all the lights on. Hey, we all love a good Christmas tree car. The Christmas tree cars are the ones we love to see the most. Keeps you on your toes, keeps you honest. I mean, the only reason I had my 2000, no, I say 2008, it was a 2007. The only reason I had a 2007 Mustang is because my 2001 Mustang, the exhaust was like rotting from the inside out, and so we basically had to make a tough decision on it's not worth it to fix that, and so we got a different one. I mean, hey, if a car works, it works. That's all I'm saying. If it works, we don't need to worry about it.
Haas with an overtake.
As long as she goes from point A to point B, that's all that matters, especially when you're 17. And the Ferrari just having an absolute nightmare. P8, P9. Perez also not doing Red Bull any favors, spinning earlier right after his pit stop and hanging out in P10, having to battle the absolute goated Kevin Magnussen. All you're gonna say too is if Seb comes back and puts in a race winning car, man, I'm holding out hope. I'm sure, like everyone else, of a Sebastian Vettel, Mick Schumacher, Audi 2026 lineup. I think that would be absolutely amazing to watch. Yes, Audi 2026. That's the moment we're all waiting for. You got a streamer who did the Aston Martin save on his F1 Manager. He helped Vettel to win a championship in season 4. Absolutely. I think once I win a championship with Haas on this save, I might transition into doing more like, not necessarily like speedrunning type ones, but like situational ones like that, where you try and get, you know, such and such championship and such car and kind of just like speedrun it. With Minato apparently holding the reins. Facts. Although I think my plan for the future is I would love to continue this save for like years and years and years and years in game, but then start when the next game comes out, just start a different save on that one and do like dueling series on YouTube or something. Because I think I'm loving the idea of having like part like 200 on this save, and it's just all names no one's ever heard of in like 17 years and like 25 years from now, and just seeing what that looks like. These team to win a championship with earliest is the Alpha. I would believe that the Alpha is pretty good, and from the jump, like it's pretty decent. It's not the fastest, but you definitely have a lot of the potential. I've seen a lot of people do an Alpha save, and it goes like relatively quickly. Yeah, so many current F4 drivers on your grid in 2029. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I would like want to see, because like I think it's really easy right now to do it because you have all these drivers people know in real life, and so they kind of know what to expect and what to look for. But I want to get that far where it's like you have to like look at these drivers you've never heard of and try and figure out which ones are good. You know, season 5 you had Ricardo replacing Seb and Daniel. It's now close to win the ship as well. Nice, very, very nice. I'm excited to get to a point where this save is kind of on autopilot and start playing around with like different drivers.
That's a new race position for Haas.
And like just crazy things like that. Although Leclerc and Alonso battling down here in P5 and 6. Mercedes seem to always go down a downward spiral. See, here's the thing, like Mercedes seems to like go down, but like I'm wondering why. Like why? There's gotta be something fun in there, right? I mean, this race is like really just been on autopilot the whole time, huh? I feel like this is the downside to circuits like this, and especially when it's a one stop, where it's like as soon as you make your pit stop, you're kind of just like, you're just vibing. You just know that each of your saves, they just go downhill. I mean, I get it.
Someone's run wide. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. They're forced.
True, we won't have an X here. Taken off the calendar. How dare he run that wide? Absolutely horrendous. So wide, you could park a lorry in there, right? Lorry, that's what you call them. I mean, it's a really good thing if only he had a substantial gap in which he could operate easily. Yeah, you know, good old lorry. The streamer you watch, these are all the teams in driver lineups on season 5. Aston Martin, Ricardo, and Doohan. I've seen Doohan perform in some people's saves, and he actually does pretty decently. Red Bull, Verstappen, and Sainz. Ferrari, Leclerc, and Russell. That's an interesting move for George, I think. Mercedes, Norris, and Ocon. I've seen Norris go to Mercedes in a lot of saves, and a lot of extended saves. Alpha, Magnussen, and Zhou. That's a pretty. I've seen that one. Where else have we seen that one? Where else could it have been? Alpine, Gasly, and Stroll. Fascinating. Probably the most realistic IRL. McLaren, Bottas, and Perez. I have not seen that one. Definitely not seen that one. That's an interesting lineup, though. Bottas and Perez. I always forget that Ocon is the Mercedes driver that he was planning running for Bottas' seat at one point. Williams, Schumacher, and Tsunoda. I've seen that one a lot too. Yuki seems to always end up at Williams on like every save I've done so far. Haas, Latifi, and Behrman. I haven't seen Behrman too much. I have seen Latifi end up at Haas before. Behrman is goated. Noted. Mentally noted. Love that guy. Great guy. Love that guy. Albon and Vesti. Interesting. I have Vesti scouted, I think. Just because I was curious based on real life. I've seen Albon at AlphaTauri a lot. He's here too. Followed him from F4, now making his debut in F2 for 23. Nice. That's cool. Alright. We're on our way for the team's first ever double podium on your save. That is true. That is true. This would be our first double podium. That's crazy to think about. This would be our first double podium. This would also be Mick's second podium, I think, in the series. This is also going to finish off our season objective of 6 podiums, which means technically, what a boring track to do that. I know. Hey now, let's relax. Everyone's relax. Relax.
Look at that!
Albon, see, you cursed Albon. Now, how do you feel? Everyone relax. Another one. Woo, around the outside, turn 1. Bang, banging him in. Now you're cursing Seb. What's going on here, British? Come on. You're cursing everyone over here. I think you need to get your curses tuned. Seems like you're getting a little loosey goosey with your curse aim. It's great. Yeah, it's a great race. Absolutely beautiful.
Red Bull gained a place.
Bro, the amount of yellow flags that are coming out right now is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Streamer F1 manager saved you watching McLaren was like 4th in the constructors in season 4, and then season 5 they made an absolute shitbox to be 7th. I mean, hey, it can happen to anyone, you know? It can happen to anyone. Dude, there's 2 yellow flags right there, in case you didn't see it.
Sounds like a spin.
Dude, Kevin is not having a day. Alfa Romeo in the bin. Straight to the bin. Alpha are settling 5th. Nice. I feel like they're always like really good in like those positions. Big super Mick. Evan Magnussen has the fastest lap, but he's also down in P16 after spinning in turn 1. I need to see the remix of Super Max, but it's Super Mick. Mick is really good. He's honestly, he got off to the perfect start that we needed him to, and then he's just been battling with Max Verstappen the entire race and holding him up from really just getting out and attacking Pierre at this point. It's been very impressive. It's been very, very impressive. Maybe a raise. I mean, his contract is coming up next season, maybe season after that. So, you know, we're in the ballpark. Oh, Imagine we get DRS right there while we're alongside. That's crazy. It's been really good. He's been very good. Probably the greatest in the first half. Then the season progresses, the Scuderia is getting knocked out in Q2 quite often. I mean, they're having a pretty nightmare stretch right now. I don't know if they're just not bringing upgrades consistently or what, but they are absolutely struggle busting right now. Nick has been destroying his tires battling with Max so far. We're coming down to it, the nitty gritty. We have the potential for the first Haas 1-2 ever.
Last lap now.
All right, Mick, let's see it. Let's see the pace. Let's see what you got.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Look at that, we're flying. Drives into wall. Just drive straight. It's right there. Just go straight. Can you imagine the speeds you could get if that chicane wasn't there and you just flew into this right-hander? That'd be crazy. Here we go. We'll hop on board. Pierre Gasly, perfect race.
Need a charge in.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
Mick Schumacher, Haas, 1-2
Check the flag.
for the first time in
Very good there for the team.
history. A Haas 1-2. Mick battles Verstappen the entire way and then absolutely destroys him on the final lap.
Yeah,
Let's
that was great.
go.
Brilliant.
That was Mick's
Take all the
best
pickup,
race
Ryan. Well done.
in this entire series.
Get lots of pickup.
The best race he's ever had. And then he gets fastest lap. What a day for Haas. What a day. What an absolute banger. You can't win at COD, but you bet your ass we're getting a 1-2 with Haas. Banging him out. Absolutely amazing. Oh, this feeling. We're gonna win a championship. All right, now here's the question. Oh God, don't use that emote. I need to replace that emote so bad. I like the value one. The value one I'm proud of. I'll take it. The value one I'm very proud of. Nice. What's the other one? There's nice, and then there's let's go, I think is the other one. And then you've displayed all of 4 of my emotes. I need to change the color on that one. I need to do a lot of things with those. I need to do a lot of things. Let's go. Plus Mick, fastest lap by a large margin. Oh yeah, banging it in. Banging in those fastest lap. Let's go. Pierre putting 10 seconds on the rest of the field. Let's go. Absolutely flying. Oh, and Pierre vaults up to P2 in the championship. Bang. Max is exactly 200 points. That's huge. I gotta say, making the Williams in Q5 was unbelievable. He got to Q3 like 6 times when the Williams was second worst card. Nice. Let's go. 4 wins, 6 podiums for Pierre Gasly. Mick puts 19 points on everyone's head. Is now only 2 points behind Lando for P8 in the drivers. And for the constructors, ooh, Ferrari having an absolute free fall. 44 points for a Haas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, 102 points behind Gasly. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not bringing down the mood. He's 102. He's 100 points behind, but it's fine. It's fine. What a great day for Haas. Putting 44 points on the board. We are now only 33 points behind Ferrari. And Mercedes somehow still jumped Ferrari, even though they have a pretty rough day themselves. But we are less than 100 points behind Red Bull. It would take a Herculean effort to win it this year, but boy, are we going to try. What a day. What a day. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this. And Pierre gets a development point. The hits just keep hitting. Look at all of that cash. Qualifying position streak, 900K. In the pocket, finish position, done. Reach Q3, done. Reach Q2, done. Reach qualifying position, top 10, done. Let's go. He already got 8 points for him, but he could have gotten more points if Williams didn't screw his strategy. I mean, that's a vibe. Look at Ferrari in real life. It can happen to anyone. What a day, man. What a day. I think Mick is going to be doing just fine. I mean, he just battled Max Verstappen for the entire French Grand Prix. I think he's going to be doing just fine for Haas.